Well, I haven't been looking forward to this. I got a bad feeling. I don't know. We'll see, guys. We kind of talked it over. We had some thoughts. Maybe it's right, but there's a lot of pieces that don't make sense. So we have a different theory. We'll see. Hopefully mine was wrong. The one I came up with in the last video. Didn't record for a while because I wanted to do the trial while we were both me and Hussein were around, and things have been a little rough lately for me scheduling wise. So yeah, I had to wait till just now. So sorry for nothing before this. All right, we've already talked to everybody. Let's go. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. There are so few of us. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. Man, I've actually got a little bit of a weird stomach right now. The doors opened once again. Hey! Just 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly class trial. No, we just saved. It's fine. Okay, set skills. Increase the time for each phase. Don't really need that, but okay, sure. Yeah, that's spend my points on. Man, I don't have shit. Uh-oh. I'm actually out of room. Borrow time battle. 2 statements at once. Wait, can you only lock on the... Wait. Can't you lock on to more than one thing at once? What else do I have? Focus gauge by 2, effectively. Do I really need that? Oh, I see. Well, I don't really need that. I mean, I only shoot like once every 5 times anyway, or whatever. It's lock on, shoot, reload, lock on, shoot, reload. Or I at least keep, doing lock on until I actually need to shoot something or reload or whatever. Not a big deal or whatever. Okay, so we'll just go with yeah. We've already gone over all the shit, I think. So let's go. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
It takes a while, but I'm so glad for these trials since I don't have to voice act, for the most part.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong
one... a part of me wants the culprit to be Yasuhiro just so I don't have to voice act him anymore.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Calm down. Stop partying so hard.
Whoa, deja vu.
Yeah.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of these three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. I forget the controls again. Shit. Is it different? I suppose it is. Oh yeah, it's got Egyptian shit. Always account. I forget what her account was.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
I forget what her account was. Maybe I should have looked over the notes. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those three specifically. I can pause, can I, and look at my notes? I'm sure she's mentioned it before.
It was...
Okay, yeah. Okay, Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yashihiro asking them to meet her in her rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's door. Okay. That's what I thought it was.
One of you. One of you killed...
And what reason do you have?
Because you all... You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, that's wrong.
There we go. I actually remember the controls. Hooray me.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I'm not convinced. I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reasons to suspect all three of them. Yeah, there's good reason, but then does that mean one of them did it? Oh wow, okay. Already another one. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
This probably wants me to save someone for this one, don't I?
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Okay.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Whoops. I mean to skip past all that, but it's fine.
Sakura wanted to meet. There's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Hiro. You don't do yourself any favors. Well, here, whoops. Well, he was right because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the Wait a minute. What's the transcript? Yeah, there we go. But what Hiro said can't be right because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. I forget what happened in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Hiro got the candy from here. Sakura got the candy, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Jesus, dude, just stop lying. Like, you're doing yourself no favors. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. I couldn't remember.
I mean, what I meant was,
Jesus. Calm down.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Yeah.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining
Her
message.
shining message? What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Wrong. Unless...
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good... Oh, that's right.
Well, when we found Ogre's body.
Yeah, we kicked you out of the room. That's right.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Dude. Huh? Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was... on the magazine shelf? Wait, when she found it... Where did she find it? Was it just on the magazine shelf? Help me out here. I can't remember where she found it. Was it actually on the shelf still? Or was it under? Yeah, it was on the shelf. Okay.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf,
What
right?
a strange place to find it.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, it clearly contradicts what Hiro told us, yeah. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Whoops, wrong button. Ha!
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Say he saw the dying message when he first found the body. At that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Sorry, I gotta remember...
When Ogre's body
Top
was
shelf?
discovered.
Or on the shelf?
And I can tell you when I found the dying, it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When
I
I
think.
pulled it out, I saw her final words.
Hey, I actually remembered.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
But weren't supposed to contradict what he said, I guess?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying mess. When Ogre's body
Is
was
that it?
discovered.
Yeah, there we go.
No, that's
Oh, no, fuck, I'm so far. It seems like a weird time to do that one, yeah, but
When
whatever.
Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf
Maybe
nearby.
I'm just getting better with the game's bullshit. Did I actually hit record on this? I'm gonna be upset if I didn't. No, I did. It's fine. Okay.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
The Vienna sausage? What? You mean the shining message? What? Hiro, you're so fucking stupid.
I don't even know where to begin with
I know, right? You know, that's an interesting observation there. I wonder if that's true.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first
No.
place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message because there was no trace of blood on her finger. Moment of truth. Oh, shit. Here we... Wait a minute. Stop. Help.
Show me the...
Time. Controls, right. Okay, lock on, reload, fire. Okay. Lock on, reload, fire. Lock on, reload, fire. Okay.
Proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Yeah, there we go. That went pretty well.
Show me the proof.
100%. Oh.
This should prove
Okay, there we go. I forgot to actually press it. That went super well. Yeah.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
I've been doing pretty good. I haven't looked at your messages until after I've done the thing. So, I mean, thank you for the reminders. Keep them coming just in case. But I've done pretty well so far.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Eh?
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What? You're admitting to killing her? Okay, that's... Something else is at work here. Let's see. You're confused. So, yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Is it really this simple? There's got to be something else at work. No, he's got some sort of weird sense of. Well, I don't know. Let's listen before
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What
Well,
a fool.
he's kind of a lovable fool.
And when I got there...
Oh, she had to read. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
Still doesn't.
So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Locker's closed there. Notice that.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
No, it's not that simple. There's no way that killed her.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
I think so too. Hell, I don't even know if he injured her really. I mean, yeah, there's a mark and everything, but shit.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it Hiro did that doesn't make sense? Well, what do you have to do after I'm writing the message? Doesn't make sense. Why he didn't use Sakura's finger? Oh, why the magazine was hidden, I guess. Wait, yeah. It helps if I read the whole fucking thing.
That's true.
I'm an idiot.
Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird, doesn't it?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
It's possible that Sakura herself put the magazine back up. I'm pretty sure she wasn't dead.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Oh, yeah. Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. Well, yeah.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted
Well, we might as well talk it out now. Man, did you all have a go at her? Jesus Christ. You're terrible people.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's
Well, it sounds
killer.
like I was kind of right at one point, that this was kind of a group effort. Although, I didn't figure it was really just kind of. And it's going to lead to all sorts of fuckery and then mystery killer. Which will probably be...
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. Well, you can't be 100% sure of that. And it could be just hiding evidence that makes Toko look bad or whatever, so they wouldn't suspect her. Help her odds of, you know, being picked or not being picked, etc. But still. And I have to prove that. Did I even say that thing before? Oops. Oh boy. Kyoko's examination. Yellow. Okay.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Okay, yeah. Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure. But this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that. The wounds on her head. She had 2 wounds. Now, wait a minute.
I didn't want
Hang on, time out. Which one points out? Wasn't it both things? Let's see, some forward. There's no injury and just came. Okay, it's not that one then. It's gotta be, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it's gotta be Kyoko's examination thingy.
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, I remembered. I didn't even look. I did pretty good about. Like, I'm referring when I absolutely need help.
Sakura died from Hiro's single blow. That doesn't explain why she had 2
Keep
head
them coming,
wounds.
man. I might keep forgetting things.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those
We were
bottles.
missing the knight, and we're missing what I assume is the queen. Well, we found the knight, but
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
well,
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
just by the logic of chess.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. I'm guessing, yeah, chess piece. Okay, whoop.
Now I
Yeah.
understand. That's it. The chess pieces.
At least, again, it wasn't fucking schizo. That one was horseshit.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found
Knight.
was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let
Or
me
maybe
explain.
you just choose not to know. No, I don't think it was her either.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went
Not to
missing.
mention the fact that the pieces of that one bottle are heavier than any of the other bottles.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way
Shut up,
better.
Hero.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing. It was broken? Is it talking about before the hit or should I assume it's talking about it was broken afterward? Or did I just misunderstand the question? Hang on. No, I can't check my thing. Fuck. And the bottle that was missing, it's broken, right? I think I'm misunderstanding the context here. Whatever. Okay, got it right.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Okay, that should I made that seem way harder than it actually was, because I've got pieces of the bottle.
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Wasn't just a single broken bottle. The evidence that proves that is Kyoko and I figured it out before. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me double check. Oh no, it'd be the bottle experiment.
I
Yeah.
got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
Yep, that was it.
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But Why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's second attacker. Some bowling aficionados!
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
Well, at least he eventually manned up and said, yeah, it was me. Although, I'm sure you're going to tell us your story, too.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Shut up! You're admitting you're wrong because it saved your ass. Oh, Hiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Let's hear
fine,
it.
jeez.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did? Why didn't you say this earlier?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
Toko was in the locker.
Toko had disappeared.
Yes, it is, sir. Saving one's rear by admitting wrongness is okay.
And you just now decided to share that
Yeah, I'm
with
with
us?
Byakuya on this one. You're an idiot.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come
That's
loose.
mean.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec
You were in the
room.
locker.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof it shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. Just left it there for anyone to find. A new element is added to bullet time battles. I may have to do this again. I'd like to hear more. God damn it. Okay. So far, you've probably been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. Oh no. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. You have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. God damn it! Fuck. Yes, they did. They did mention it. You'll select the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the L1 button. Also, like the debate, if your larger difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. Why didn't I just set everything to gentle and kind and whatnot? God damn it. For educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? What? You set it to mean? Why? Why would you do that to a first-timer? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. This is only halfway? This is only... 9 people are dead, and this is halfway. Fuck me. Okay. Let's go. Well then, good luck and have fun. Fuck.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. That's enough!
This should prove
There we go. Okay, I got a little sloppy there, but it turned out all right. A little sloppy.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the
That's a lot to
locker?
pay attention to at once.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
Oh, no, but whatever.
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
You ain't wasting your time. You like these things.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up
Well,
admitted
so did
it.
you.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
There's no way. I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk.
Talk
Now.
now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh, how?
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean... Oh, bless you.
Yes,
Yay!
It was your fault after all.
my fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Master's fault, huh?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Hi.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
So, at this point, Sakura is probably got hit with the ball again. She's like, man, nobody likes me. Oh.
No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Or maybe she's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna tank it. She is poor Sakura. I want to give Sakura a hug right now. Well, she wasn't dead, I guess. Or...
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start
Wrong.
the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
You're acting awful suspicious.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Oh, god damn it. The yellow powder. I imagine.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No. No. Okay, that's not the yellow powder, never mind. So if the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, then the problem is... Where did Sakura die? It was... Yeah, okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was... I remember waking up...
And you were taken by surprise. So you smashed her head in with the
You got it! I smashed her!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of
Shit.
the shelf.
Stupid fucking...
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Magazine shelf bloodstain.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the
No.
door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, because we saw through the window that it was open.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because... I saw it for myself? I guess.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? There's no possible explanation. Maybe it's poison?
What was it that killed Ogre?
One blow of victims and other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Well, let's just see what they have to say.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Okay, it's gotta be what Aoi just said.
What
With
was it that
the
killed Ogre?
Monochrome File 4, I guess?
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
It's either that or they want
was
the yellow powder.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the
No, that's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
but if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
A whole bottle, huh? A whole bottle.
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal
We
chemicals.
should have flushed all those.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Don't tell her that!
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if there was the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Oh.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
On the floor. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that, conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Protein. What? Oh, drink. Duh. Here we go.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A protein drink?
I got it!
Did we just say that?
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
Is that just to make sure I was paying attention?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be... It must be found in front of the shelf.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Well...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... Makoto and Hina. Well, everybody else is dead, so... Well, not Byakuya, but... Yeah.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Is this case gonna be that short? It still doesn't explain the barring of the room, unless... No, let's hear it out.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... The two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this
Yeah.
way.
But...
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
No. We'll see. Yeah.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it!
Yeah. No. She didn't do it. Hang on. Yeah. Like, everything else, yeah.
I'm not
Me
convinced.
neither, actually. I was convinced before we went into this case that it's her, but no, I'm not now.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are
No,
you?
it would be easy, but it still doesn't explain a couple things.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
That's the crux of the case right here, isn't it? Remember that line. It's weird seeing how everything came together, and I don't know if we could have guessed all this or not, but that line right there, I think we're going to prove he's wrong by the end of this. We're going to prove he's wrong. I really think that at this case, or in this case.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything.
Well, yeah, because the rest of us will die if we're wrong.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yeah, it was mostly obvious, but there was a bunch of pieces that didn't fit. Like, the whole locked room thing, like, would lead you to believe that that was the case. But, yeah, it was just the other pieces. We'll see. We'll see.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
Yeah, she was my... Well, after a certain... Someone... she was my top suspect. It'd be the easiest for her. But there was so much shit that didn't fit.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
Very sloppy. See, that's what I was starting to wonder. Like partway through the case, I was starting to wonder what you said right there. You other folks listening, watching, whatever, right now, you don't see what Hisani's saying, but yeah. Yeah, when it sounds like I'm talking to somebody, I'm talking to him. So yeah, I considered that, but I don't know. We'll see.
He's right.
I don't think so.
It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was...
Yeah, it's pretty obvious now.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein,
Yeah, if you
right?
spelled it, there would have been footprints from C to A. And there wasn't.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
If that's true... Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Till we figure it out. That's my girl. I gotta save her if I can. Until I can cover the full truth of this case. Oh goddamn, footprints in the powder I would think, but we'll see.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must
There's
we
actually two I
tolerate
can kind of
this?
see here. Yeah, that was the first one I'm thinking. I'm thinking another one could work for a later one, but yeah. Okay, he's talking about the footprints. That's got to be it. In the chem lab, where were the footprints? In what direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us. Yeah.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Sorry for hitting the mic there.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
So was this assisted then? I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Man, we're going through an awful lot of trouble to prove that a bunch of people are innocent. Usually it's the other way around.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Did you do it?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new
Oh,
evidence.
thank you.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
You seem awful apprehensive about this.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
He's acting awful suspicious. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The rec room window? Okay.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought I'm missing something here.
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
Wait, what? Wait.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But wait, where was the bottle? Did we not? We didn't check the chair, did we? Did we not check the chair? Wait, what?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? I wonder what Hina told us. Wait, what? The bottle of poison should have been on... Wait. Oh, shit. Did you say where the bottle of poison should have been? Would that have been section A? I think I fucked up the context of this one. Help me out a sec. This is sad. I had to ask for help for the stupid things. Yeah, okay.
I got it!
My brain gets scrambled easily.
The bottle
Thanks.
of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
Stare into the window.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
Alright, let me read that. Yeah, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room made its way. The reality that bottle of poison was most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, yeah. Yeah, okay. I get it now.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Byakuya would have come in, taken the bottle when we weren't paying attention. And when he moseyed off after leaving the crime scene, he probably went right to the chem lab. Maybe? No, I don't know. Let's see.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Or, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Well.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too
Whoa,
fast.
whoa! Calm down, Mr. Illuminati.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Jeez, you're defensive.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! How can you
Because
say
the
that?
bottle was on top of the glass. Oh, you just said the same thing. I looked over.
How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened.
When it comes to...
Wait, what was I looking at?
to that protein
Wait.
can,
Anti-protein drink.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No. Okay, that's got to be it. When the locked room was unlocked. In other words, when I broke the window. If I concentrate on that, yeah. We got this. We got this.
When it comes to that,
So make sure that's the exact source they want. Okay, Sergeant Glass and broken window were found both around and underneath the container. That's it.
can.
There's not a doubt until
It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it?
No. No, it had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
There we go. I fucked up a little bit, but that's alright.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Jeez, he's sweating. Look at him sweat.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Sorry, I got a message. Oh shit. We gotta hurry this trial up. My brother's gonna be off at fucking 5. Uh-oh.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been... Hina, I guess? Or no, it had to be Sakura. Right? Or have we gotten to that point yet? Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh boy. It's bullet time! It's gonna be the yellow powder on the foot.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong!
Wrong.
You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Hina, stop it.
You're a liar! What are you saying?
Shit! I shouldn't have done it then. Fuck.
Wrong.
I panicked.
You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the
This should prove it. Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison!
Jesus Christ.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Jeez. That's sad, man. The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locker room. There's only one way to explain it. Let you pick dead people.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
That's what made the most sense. This is a clear case of Occam's razor. All the other shit was just distracting fluff, I guess. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Jeez.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
That would make a lot of sense. At this point, she's probably broken. Like, at this point, like, if they got a wrong conviction, they could just all die. Because she was probably at her breaking point as well. Just stop caring.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. My shaky legs. Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. What? Ogre! Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the
That's
ground.
why easily nobody tripped over it or whatever.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence,
Yeah,
right?
it was super sloppy.
The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Let's see, something though under... let's see, there'd be... Okay, hang on. I never did message my brother back. I probably should. Okay. So, Byakuyo would be reading one. Well, you know, I should click on the thing just in case. Sakura won't talk to Hiro and one other person, right. I should really just read these hints. There's no reason why I shouldn't. Act 2, it says, she got in here. Toko got to the rec room, hid somewhere. Oh no, that'd be her jumping. Well, wait, does that count? Or is there like a quote? Wait. Which one's which? Is that her coming out, or is that... I guess that's her coming out back there, and that's her getting in? I'm gonna assume. Okay, looking in there. Oh. Act 3, here, you want some candy? Okay. Bottles. What was in the Monokuma bottle? It just... wrong. His wasn't there. His was... The knight went flying! There's a magnet here. Okay, she's looking out. And at that point, Toko, who was in the locker, I'm guessing that's... Is that her going in, or... That's a little confusing. Is that her going out, or is that her going in? This is a little... What do you think, man? Do I have it right? Or do you think I should do it the other way? So I'll leave it alone for now, I guess. Wait, make absolutely sure. What you do with the magazine? No, yeah. But this sucks. I've like, I'm on the verge of an A on everything, and I'm gonna fuck it up here. I really don't know. You okay? Oh, jeez, you fell over. Hi, I'm Genocide Jill. I'll grab this bottle. Blah, blah. What was in the Monokuma bottle that Genocide Jack hit Sakura with? You know, I'm kind of thinking that, like, she looks nervous and sweaty in this one, like she just saw a murder. I'm gonna switch it. That's my reasoning. If I'm wrong, well, it's my own fault. She looks all sweaty here, so that makes sense. I love that running animation. Sakura's like, damn it. Why she kill Sakura came from the chem lab, right? Wait, how is there no trace of blood on her fingers? There's blood right there on her fingers. It's got her listed as the culprit. That's kind of weird. There was something on the floor near Sakura's body, which someone grabbed. What was they switched with the bottle of poison and left on the record floor? Okay, that should be it. Yeah, it's true.
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm gonna be pissed if I'm wrong about the locker
thing.
thing.
Began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko.
He looks so evil.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, good. We got that right.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
It looks like it says "kek" for that little sound effect there. He's saying "kek."
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Poison!
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
I know, right? Genocide Jill's tongue is just creepy, man.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Oh man, he's sweating.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
Man, that's what was causing him to flip out. Thinking that he is finally bested by somebody. Yeah, he did. He looked pretty badass.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Interesting. Fuck yeah, straight A's, bitch. Woo! So I was, what, I guess 29 points away from a perfect? That's pretty good! 29 away from a perfect. Go me! Most confusing case yet, and I made it. I did it. I did it, you guys.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
Stop partying, Monokuma.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta
I mean, I did have a couple missteps with missed aim or whatever, but...
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
It's gonna be one away from unanimous.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Of course, Aoi is gonna vote for herself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My my entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you
So
say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Tina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you
And yet
thinking?
Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there!
What is
Because...
this?
It's exactly what I wanted! What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one
I
to
couldn't
die.
let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were going to take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. I didn't! I was super nice to her! I was a nice guy. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is
You
this?
still don't understand? Then let me explain. You realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me... Actually... Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my closest
this.
friend got hurt. Sakura,
I...
because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
What about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... she'd have no trouble with them. Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh. 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 Well, she would have wrote it. Maybe. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right there. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That's how she got her out of the room. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura! Let me in! Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is
What did
this?
you say? Nothing you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Is he gonna... Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course, I know what she was thinking. Because her and me...
In other
Well,
words,
what I'm really trying to say is...
yes
Don't you
indeed.
think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really... like this?
What the heck?
No. Okay. Looks like you might be right now. What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Oh, man, you were a dick.
It's true.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're out to murder us more. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you
Huh?
lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say a lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help if you took my little scribbles at face value. You didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. That's true. You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pum,
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, after being curious about the whole suicide note thing... Yeah, I think you're right, dude. Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold
And
on.
isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
enough already.
Get on with it, please.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go.
Hmm.
Ahem. You know, he's probably going to do her voice. My good friend Hina, There's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Man, I wanted to see that fight.
I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to you all of you hating her for it. Damn throat. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate to someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to keep this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Except maybe Byakuya. I would love if she said even Byakuya. I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No
She
way!
wanted to stop us from fighting. To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. And to be fair with the other suicide note, I figured the despair was, you know, she didn't want to create more discord. So, it's kind of right, but I should have figured it was way too punctual. Or not punctual. Whatever. Whatever. You may guess what I mean. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. Sacrificed so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. Oh.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other. But you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Blah? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
Anyway, you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of this game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Eh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all
And
clear.
that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch him on fire. Or maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the
The
heck?
fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish
It's the
you
moment
guys?
you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule.
Listen
I
up.
spent so much time preparing my special punishment, maybe I shouldn't have let it go to waste. So, for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Yay! Uh-oh. Excavator Destroyer. Jeez, Chihiro has to get killed twice. Horse shit. You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk! That really took it out of me. You don't go grill up and play a chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried? Broiled? Give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. Jesus Christ.
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm
but
scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the
Huh?
matter?
You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? You can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, you got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I
So,
thought.
you finally noticed them.
Actually,
Really? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you
You
thinking?
knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. The sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, formatting. Or reformatting.
I want to be able to
I
help.
want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well.
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
There's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Ooh, I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your eyes for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Nina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. And so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. And I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy! That was a close one. Another word, we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too
Oh,
bad.
that's a thought, man. Maybe. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise. So, book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at you for all of you hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. not gonna let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser.
Hmm?
Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Hmm?
Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Are we gonna have the ghost of Sakura? Yeah, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? It may take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Well, that's been pretty clear for a while. Well, there was two trains of thought I had before, and after the second picture, it was, yeah. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something. To our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plan a bomb on us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. So it's not totally unheard of. No! I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Uh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But he must still feel responsible. Dial back the ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not
I
possible.
would never have lost to that kind of challenge. But you just about did. What are you
Eh.
talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop
Shut up.
talking.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, no, no,
Oh
no!
God. I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master! What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. How would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Ball.
What the
That's
heck?
right, I called you a sleazeball. Because you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish.
Ah.
Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, no, no,
Hey,
no!
stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse. Give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. God, I need to save. I need to hurry up and get out of here. And so, Sakura's class trial comes to an end, and we return to the world of Hope Speak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Let me save, please. I need to save, or I'm going to have to just cut this off.
As such, soon the door. Okay.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Oh God! Wow. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber to hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Ah! It's Kyoko's ghost! I gotta get going. I gotta cut it off here. Sorry, guys. I'll have to start right here, a new part from right here. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and more when I come back later. See ya.